We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck and we're on our
Here,
way.
babies, you fly high here on the Coyote Medicine Show. And here's to tell you why, babies. Because we reach out in love every day, babies, during this daylight flight, and touch your heart as you tune into this show, as you tune in with your heart, babies, and then it opens. Amazing things happen inside. There's a little key comes flying through the air, and it unlocks the doorway to your heart, and it opens. And all that beautiful love comes flowing out inside of your chest, baby. And pretty soon it's expanding all over the place. And pretty soon your entire body is buzzing with the energy of life, of enlightenment and awakening. And you're sitting there saying, wow, what happened to me here, baby? Well, many of you know it because you're here every day, and getting this ride every day just gets better and better as time goes on. And babies, you think it's great in the daylight, come on over tonight. Wow, do we have a ball at midnight, man. Last night's show was off the charts, babies. You never know what you're going to get on the midnight show, the Coyote Medicine Show, babies, here on the Hazy Radio Network. It can be pretty well off the charts. It can be like sweet and soothing all through the night. It can be anything in between. All it wants to be, It's a divine mystery unraveling itself step at a time, just like it does here in the daylight, but it's a little riper at night, babies. Hoo-wee! Because that's when we really take flight. We like being up there in the air when it's dark and clear, and you can see everywhere, see the lights on the distance horizon and so forth. Man, it's a great feeling to be up there flying at night, babies. Because, that's when everybody else is sleeping, and that's when we can most deeply awaken them, babies. And that's something, dichotomies everywhere in this life, I'll tell you. But if you're going to reach people, sleeping is a good time to do it, because then their consciousness is not on guard so much, And a little love can slip in there and help them unite in the middle of the night, man. And you don't even have to be tuned in to the radio show for it to affect you. It's a person-to-person thing as you awaken and become more enlightened and aware and conscious of the reality in yourself. It doesn't take dogma. It doesn't take any set of rules or law or regulations whatsoever. There is no handbook. It's written inside your heart, babies, and that's where you read it. You don't need a handbook. And once you open up, babies, you become aware of this deep knowing, this deep flow that goes through you. That is creation, that is the flow, that is the inner awareness in fullness. And you follow that heart, you follow that flow, you be in that flow. And follow is always the wrong word, but to begin with, that's what you do, essentially, until you remember that you are creation and you are the flow. Then it begins to go in a whole different way, because then creation has taken on its new aspect, its ascendant side, its deeply feeling side. And all of creation, including this humanity at its core, can then experience and express life in a deep feeling way. That's been the objective from the start. But we had to take it to its extremes. Oh, babies, we did it. But we got through it. Took it to the extreme darkness, the extreme light, and everything in between, man. And we're still in the process of emerging from all of that. We emerge as we merge inside of ourselves, as we join with ourself, all parts of ourself. Feel this magnetic energy at the center of your present person. And know that you're coming back to life as all energies are joining in unification at the center presence of your person. And no longer will you feel broken and scattered inside and have thoughts pulling you this way and that way and that way and that way and that way. Because, babies, there's one uniform application of life, and that's called the flow once again. Comes flowing through your heart, from your heart, and brings creation into being around you and gives you the objective, the point of view that you need to see in order to flow through that properly. And without disturbance to any other force except for recognition, acceptance, appreciation, recreation in the divine sort of way, which is innocent love. We see through innocent eyes when we're in these states of being. And therefore, that's what we create. This is how we bring settlement to the entirety of this reality. This is your planetary ascendancy, given in a very personal way. And you're going to hear this from me a lot because that's just how it works, baby. The more you awaken, the more the earth around you is awakened. And the more all begin to fly very high, right here in the coyote sky, baby. Sharing the wealth of that love. Again, it's a person-to-person thing. So if you've been activated and you're flowing and glowing, babies, yeah, just notice that you're real willing to share it. And go there where it takes to share it. Whatever it takes. Whatever it does. Whatever form it comes in, baby. That's what you're there for. Maybe you're just hanging out at the coffee shop, having a good time, or down at the local bar and grill, whatever, you know. Might be just that. Might be sitting on the riverbank communing with nature for the next 16 years or until ascendancy comes. You know, you never know where your place is or what it is until you're in the flow. Then you understand what life's been trying to tell you all along. Then you see how you've been redirected many times in your life to keep you in the general direction of your flow, what your specialty is in the heart, where your applications are best served. Some of us are in the city, some of us are in the boonies, some of us are on the seas. You know, it just varies according to the being and person that you are. But you do find a life now, a real life. The stuff that we've done before this, so superficial. Yet very meaningful to us, man. We've gained so much through it. In service and dullhood, we find brightness. Service to pain, we find joy. We find release in every endeavor in life, even if it seems to be an incorrect one and it's taken us down a gnarly path and we're really having to duck and weave to get through it and get out of it too, man. We learn. We grow. We know which alleys not to travel down now, baby. And creation's pretty safe in our hands now because of our experience in darkness. And therefore we can assume our leadership in creation as the agents of the Mother Earth heart, the Mother God heart, inside of all beings that live. But this is the original heart. It's in the Mother Earth, baby. It's taken its rightful place as it gives itself rebirth here at the center of the universe. And we, its humble agents, the grand noble souls of the creation, of the great Mother's heart, come forward in the dear Father's love and become the life that we are and shine and glow, and babies begin the expansive creation, the creation of feeling life through all depths and dimensions, through all heights, through all persons and beings that live everywhere throughout creation, from the center core of union, grand union, divine union, that union which is in your heart right now occurring, that union within the presence of your being occurring. And baby, that's it. When this is finished, you are there. And it's never, of course, finished, but you know what I mean. When this is complete inside of you, then you are that whole person, and ascendancy is yours. And we move on from there and affect and influence others until this is indeed a worldwide phenomenon. And everyone is covered. Already, of course, we're hearing from all parts of the globe here at the Coyote Medicine Show of great change sweeping through the lands, sweeping through the people's hearts and behaviors. You know, it ain't ever going to be like it used to be again, and thank goodness for that. Enough is enough. We've done our service to disharmony. Now let's see how we do with harmony, babies. Woo-wee! It's the 180 we all been waiting for, baby. And it's a screech and slide and turn, and we're doing it to show off because we know how. We've been practicing this one for a long, long time. It's a trick maneuver, but it's a beauty when you do it, especially in a 57 shift with the right kind of suspension on that thing. Oh, that does such a beautiful thing. Them swept wings swinging around the back end, and down you the road you go like a rocket in the other way, man. Yeah. Now that's some stunt doing, babies. That's some driving. That's some entertainment. That's life in the fast lane, yeah, but life in the slow lane too, because babies, we know how to enjoy it. And when we're doing our little slide and glide, babies, we're like slowing time down to like almost nothing so we can enjoy every little millisecond of it as that old car slides around and all the momentum comes just into the right place and you put the foot pedal to her at just the right time and babies, there you go. Off in the new direction. back in the way of the heart forevermore. Totally absorbed in the love of life and creation, completely, wholly taken by it, yet still alive within your person and able to live all of that life within your person as well as see it and experience it outside yourself. It's a multi-dimensional experience. It's a multiplicity of ways of enjoying life. We get it on every level now as this consciousness expands, as we grow into it, baby. It's such a beautiful and poetic reality already, with just what we know about it here. Then as we expand into all these other areas of experience and consciousness and see the higher sides of it and the lower sides of it, we're able to merge the central energy of all of that experience into our heart and experience it as a single moment in time, all of creation. A great expansive moment of contented orgasmic love that spreads creation ever further and further outward in an experience of the divine wave of love such as we have not known before. We arise now as the phoenix bird arises, fully present within ourselves. The old unconsciousness dissolved away in the fires of this flaming love inside of us. This open heart that knows how to destroy illusion, knows how to contain it too, etc., etc. The heart has a will of its own, and now, because it is joined more so in the fullness of conscious presence inside of you, it's the operating being now. It's the pulse by which all the rest of your life follows. It creates, baby. It is creation. That's you in that heart, too. It's creation. It's all of you and all of everybody else, too. It's creation, and it lives in all of creation. Heart in everything, man. Even in the cold of stone, the beauty of cold stone, the great heart lives. The great heart lives in everything, throughout the earth, throughout the sky. The great heart in all. The great heart is one. That is our unifying factor. And our crown chakra is now open and receiving of the divine light of love, which is the spiritual umbilical cord by which we are attached to all of this life, by which we experience it and know its truthfulness within our own heart and know its richness too, and let go of all the effects of trauma and pain and any kind of disharmony inside or outside. It's all rectifying within you now, coming to what we call an equitous state of beings where all energies are in balanced harmony with one another and all work together consciously now for the betterment of all, including yourself. You see, it's total synchronicity, a total new reality of expansive, truthful love living itself at all levels in all moments of time, yet returning to our home at the beginning of time. So now we recreate this reality from the heart of a conscious, divine, innocent presence within ourselves, and bring forward the glorious garden that once inhabited all of this earth, and bring it back into place of being as all of the old illusionary world, the tough and rough and tumble stuff, dissolves away. Every illusion we've ever had. And there's a lot of them. We've lived in it ever since the day our feet hit the mattress and even before that. Babies, but we're cousins with life. We're directly related to life. Life is us. And what is life? Love. Love in motion. That's the lotion of the ocean of love, bringing you to life again and again, back through these ages, bringing it out of this moment in time when all of us, of this great spirit tribe, this one tribe that occupies all of life, gather together now in physical presence and form, as well as within the center presence of our person, all energies gather together in direct harmony, loving, expressive harmony. And true peace and contentment arises within you that is unstoppable. And I don't care if you're a mighty famous general or ruler of a nasty country or, some other varied and sundry being in this reality. You're getting it too. Everybody's going for this right. It's time for the change, babies. Ain't no way. And I say again, ain't no way you can continue in the old ways any longer. Just try it and see. Don't take my word for it. Test it. See what happens. Flow with it, babies. You betcha. Try to keep doing that. See what happens, baby. Won't backfire in your face something awful. You might even lose your job. You don't need it anyway. So no great loss, really. But, babies, government and institutions of this nature that seek to regulate and control life are no longer of usefulness to us. Our conscious heart reassures us within our presence that we don't need regulation to get along with one another, and we certainly don't need economy either. And that's all governments are there for, to keep the slaves in line and protect the vested interests. Well, babies, those are no longer functions in this reality. There are no slaves. We've set the people's heart free, and we do it again and again, every day and every night here on the Coyote Medicine Show, and across this earth in a bunch of other ways, too, that maybe you ain't even seeing yet, babies. But it's ongoing, and it's happening, and it's powerful as all get out. Isn't anybody not being touched by it? Everybody is being awakened. Everybody. No matter what dark hole you're hiding in. I know there's some down in some deep caverns that are trying to escape this, thinking if the sun can't reach them, nothing else can either. Well, it's a good ploy, but it don't work. The sun just permeates everything, man, with its loving energy, its enlightening energy, and you're going to awaken, baby, whether you like it or not. That's the choice we made a long time ago. Now is when the fruition comes, the harvest, the great harvest of life, And it's not that old mystical thing, where we're tearing everything asunder. Well, good grief. Why would we do that, baby? What a crazy, crazy outcome that would have been. We've done all that shit already. We wrenched out the grapes of wrath long time ago. No more of that shit. Now it's the heart. The heart, the love, is in charge here. And that's who rules. And that was the energy by which we unite. And by no other means could we unite with all of this life and take this great flight we call living, experience, love in motion, babies. Wow. So I won't even titillate you with visions of what's coming, as to the mechanical aspects of it and so forth, how it actually is lived. But babies, just know that it's sweet as all get out. Of course, we wouldn't have designed it any other way. We're love bunnies. We like to love. We like to be loved. We like to create. And we've been dumbed down so much we've had to limit our efforts to certain specific areas in creation and so forth. But now, with the expansion of consciousness, the awareness of the full presence of your true being, you begin creating in ways you never would have even thought of before. It's the full of experience. It's the whole of experience. It's the massive consciousness of love recreating itself through you and all these others too, babies. It is just so darn gorgeous and beautiful to be alive these days and be gorgeous and happy inside and gorgeous and happy on the outside and glittering and glowing and just coming back to life, babies. It's a very positive presence of being. It's a beautiful heart from which we operate. It's the love all life has for itself. And it lives right there inside of you and me too, babies. And it expands right from this beautiful little base of loving operations that you are. Be alive in this heart, be awakened. Give yourself a hug, a pat on the back. Congratulations, you made it. We're going home now, babies, all of us. The flight's right here, beginning on the Coyote Medicine Show, only on the Hazy Radio Network this very afternoon. Yeah, babies. It's harvest. It's early time in the summer, springtime in the Rockies, babies. We are there.
And yes, we've just begun.